It's been my great honor to serve the Chamber for the past 15 years. I can't believe it's been that long. A little housekeeping before we get started. Please mute yourselves now. You can leave your camera on or off. That's up to you, whatever you prefer. You also might consider switching your view to speaker view. In the top right-hand corner, there's a little square. If you click on it, you can toggle back and forth between speaker view and gallery view. That's up to you. What speaker view does is it gives you a close-up of who's speaking. You might not want to have a close-up, but that's up to you. Also, please post on social media and tag the Chamber. If you want to post your dress the best from the waist up, please do. And then towards the end, we'll ask you to come on gallery view and unmute for our toast at the end of the evening. So the Gaithersburg-Germantown Chamber of Commerce has been around for 71 years. It's safe to say that this year has been the most unusual year on record, certainly the most unusual year I've had. And like all of you, we've had to pivot. Our main focus over the past 8 months has been to keep you informed, to help you keep your business intact, and to help our local economy thrive. The Chamber continues to be a strong force in the business community, and we continue to be your voice for business. We're dedicated to serving the North I-270 corridor through many ways. One is economic development and advocacy initiatives, but also access to business and government leaders, and our commitment to making connections for our members. Tonight, we celebrate the successes we've had throughout the year and look ahead to 2021. But most importantly, this evening, we honor you. We are a member organization. Our mission is to serve you. Despite enormous challenges, our members continue to impress us with your dedication to our community, your outstanding leadership, and I am continually in awe of everything you do every day. And I just want to sincerely thank you. I'm getting all kerflimped, but I wasn't expecting that. But I just want to sincerely thank you for everything you do. And with that in mind, I want to recognize our elected officials who are with us here tonight. From the city of Gaithersburg, as always, we have our mayor, Judd Ashman, and city council members Neil Harris, Mike Sesma, Ryan Spiegel, Lorianne Sales, and Rob Wu. I haven't seen Rob, but I'm assuming he's going to pop in. And I would also like to recognize our city manager, Tanisha Briley. Welcome. We were able to say welcome a little bit earlier, but we're so happy to have you in our community and can't wait to meet you in person. Also from the city, we have with us, excuse me, Deputy City Manager Dennis Enslinger and Assistant City Manager Tom Lonergan, who's also on our board and keeps us apprised every month in what's going on with the city. From the state, we have our good friends, State Senator Cheryl Kagan and Brian Feldman, excuse me, with us tonight, and State Delegate Jim Gilchrist. They've registered. I don't know if they've popped in yet, but thank you. And also from the county, we have the immediate past president of the County Council, Sydney Katz, and also registered tonight our at-large members, council members Will Jawando and Gabe Albernas. So the city of Gaithersburg has been our title sponsor for the past 10 years, and we thank them greatly for their continued support. I'd like to ask Mayor Judd Ashman to come on and say a few words. Judd, please.
Thank you, Marilyn. I am honored to serve you as mayor of the greatest city in the world, Gaithersburg, Maryland. And also, I'm a proud longtime fellow member of this wonderful chamber through my day job. So look, it's not even worth repeating that 2020 has been sad and tragic and rough for the whole world. But the reason I mentioned it here in this context is like all other governments, we at the city of Gaithersburg are bracing ourselves for some painful budgets in the next couple of years. As such, we've been looking for opportunities to trim spending wherever we can. And that funnels all the way down to our sponsorship budgets, where we have been having to make some tough decisions and take a step back in some cases. but not here. We decided to continue our title sponsorship of this gala dinner because the city council, the staff, and I understand the importance of the chamber, the work Marilyn, Laura, Chelsea, and their team do in representing the interests of our business community and providing opportunities for all of us to network and grow, and the importance of what all of our member businesses add to our local economy. So here we are. I wanted you to know how intentional our city's support is. So speaking of opportunities to support our businesses, I wanted to call everyone's attention to the city's emergency micro grant program for small businesses. This program would provide up to $5,000 for those that qualify. It's specifically targeted to businesses that are often ineligible for other county, state, federal grant programs. And you can find out more at our economic development website, growgaithersburg.com. Now, if you know me, you know I'm an optimist, a glass half full kind of guy, and obviously the pandemic has tested that. But I'd argue that there are many bright spots that warrant some reflection that, at the end of this year. First off, the pandemic has revealed just how integral the life sciences industry is in the world and how our community is at the forefront. There are at least 5 companies either based in Gaithersburg or with a significant presence here that are at the very cutting edge of developing a COVID vaccine. Now, some of you have heard me say that if the COVID vaccine we've all been waiting for comes from Gaithersburg, as mayor of this city, I'm going to be very hard to deal with for a while. And I promise you that is true. Now, the new Watkins Mill interchange opened in June, and honestly, I had to remind myself of this because June, rather than 6 months ago, feels like it was about 6 years ago, but it's true. And the interchange is awesome. And we're already seeing signs of future growth around it as a result. Now, while we're still waiting for the ownership at Lake Forest Mall to consolidate and get us to the point where we can actually work with an entity, an applicant, and plan a redevelopment, the city's undertaken a public effort to create a future vision for the site. This way, when there is a party that controls the whole site, they'll have a clearer understanding as to the wants and needs of the public. So we conducted a number of focus groups, including one with chamber leadership, thank you very much, and got tons of feedback from our public survey. And I want to invite all who are interested to participate in our mayor and council work session on Monday, December 14th, where we'll be diving into all that feedback and starting to shape it all into like a direction for the future of the Lake Forest site. Later in the month, on December 21st, we'll have a public hearing on a new schematic development plan from the Matten Company for 700 North Frederick Avenue, which is a very prime spot at the corner of 355 and Montgomery Village Avenue. We are grateful, I should note, to our business community for all that you've done to support people in need during this pandemic. Typically, we refer to this time of year as a season of caring, but it's really been more like a year of caring. So for those of you who are looking for ways to help, please visit the city website, gaithersburgmd.gov. There's a banner at the top with a link to emergency resources and volunteer opportunities. The thing is, it looks like we're close to having approved vaccines, which is awesome, but there's still a ways to go, and there's a lot of need in our community. Donations of time, money, food, and supplies all go a long way to helping us all get to that finish line. So anyway, hang in there. If nothing else, 2020 has shown us all that we can change and adapt, especially when we have each other's backs. Maybe it's given us some time to reflect on how fortunate we've been thus far in our lives. And because of it, maybe we'll appreciate each other and everything around us even more when all this is over. But in any event, on behalf of our residents, our staff, our city council, I want to wish you all a happy, healthy, and safe holiday season. And may the joy of your 2021 make all the difficulty of 2020 have been worth it. I will now hand this back over to my friend Marilyn. Thank you all.
Thank you, Judd. And as Judd said, we get a twofer with Judd. Not only is he the mayor, but he's also a proud GGCC member, and we really appreciate his support. So now I want to take time to thank our sponsors. As Mayor Ashman mentioned, it is a difficult year for all of our sponsors, and we thank you for sticking with us. Our corporate sponsors are Adventist Healthcare, Asbury Methodist Village, DeLeon and Stang CPA and Advisors, Holy Cross Health, Hughes Network Systems, Johns Hopkins University, Lurch Early and Brewer, Matten Companies, Mid-Atlantic Federal Credit Union, Minkoff Development Corporation, Montgomery College Germantown Campus, Peterson Companies, Randy Scritchfield and Associates, Rogers Consulting, Shear Partners, Therian Waddell, and the universities at Shady Grove. Our 2020 special event sponsors are Bargain Movers, Crown Trophy, and Quincy CFO. Now that's a great list of businesses in the county, and if you want your name on that list in 2021, please let me know. We're currently looking for sponsors, are confirming our corporate sponsors and special event sponsors for next year, so we would love that. And I also want to thank this year's Gala sponsors. We know that this year is a different year. We're usually in a hotel ballroom, mixing and mingling, and so we really appreciate your sponsorship for a Zoom event. Again, thank you for our title sponsor, the City of Gaithersburg. And our gold sponsors tonight are Hughes Network Systems and Montgomery College. The Young Professional of the Year Award is Adventist Healthcare. Their sponsorship, thank you for all you do in their community. We thank our healthcare professionals every day. And thank you for recognizing our emerging leaders. Our Small Business of the Year sponsor is M&T Bank. Our silver sponsors are Lurch Early and Brewer, Holy Cross Health, Rogers Consulting, Savant Wealth Management, and Therian Waddell, Inc. I just have to take a point of privilege to say congratulations to Therian Waddell. Jerry is retiring, and we wish him all the best. And he even wore a bow tie to the event. So we really thank Jerry for all he's done with the Chamber. Our friend sponsors tonight are Black Rock Center for the Arts, Metropolitan Ballet Theater and Academy, New Beginning Psych, and Peterson Companies. I also want to thank our staff, Laura Rolls, Chelsea Selby, Sandy Popowitz, and our intern, Isaac Schulman. So Isaac's here with us tonight. And I want to publicly thank them all for the fantastic work that they do. They make my job so much easier, and I want to thank them. And particular thanks to Laura and the events committee for really thinking outside the box to create tonight's event. And, you know, as I said at the very beginning, I can't believe that at the beginning of all this, we're in December having our event on Zoom, but Laura and our events committee helped make that happen, so thank you. So also if we were in the hotel ballroom, we would be having an auction going on. And that's one of our favorite parts of our live event is the silent auction. And we didn't want you to miss the opportunity to get some good deals. So we do have an auction going on. It's one of our twists for the evening. We've moved the auction online. Laura has sent out that link. We'll send it out again. Bidding is now open through December 15th. Bid early, bid often. There are a lot of great items for the holidays. It's no contact, and we would love to have you join us on our silent auction. So good luck with that. So I want to start the program part of our evening with our Small Business of the Year Award. It's often said that small business is big business in Montgomery County, and that's not just a slogan, it's a fact. More than 95% of businesses in Montgomery County have 50 or fewer employees. We love our small businesses. They are the backbone of our local economy. Please, please, please support our small businesses now and always. If we want our small businesses, our restaurants, our retailers to be here when this is over, we have to support them now, so please do so. I do want to recognize the past winners of the Small Business of the Year who are with us tonight. 2009 was Strive Business Solutions. 2011 was Cartridge on Wheels. 2016, Metropolitan Ballet Theater and Academy. 2017, Crown Trophy, and 2019, Bella Ballet. They're all with us here tonight, and congratulations once again. M&T is the sponsor of this year's 14th Annual Small Business Award, and I'd like to introduce AJ Nwaga of M&T Bank to present the award. AJ.
Thank you so much, Marilyn, and good evening, everyone. I am really very excited to present this award tonight. My name is AJ, and I work with M&T Bank. And tonight, I'm going to be presenting the 14th Annual Small Business of the Year Award. I look forward to this award every year because I work for an organization, M&T Bank, who aligns and is very deeply committed to supporting small businesses and pretty much all businesses. So the Small Business of the Year Award recognizes businesses which are small businesses which are a vital part of our economy and community. The award is presented to the small business that best demonstrates success, community involvement, and excellent customer relations. Now, with that said, it's been a very, very difficult year, as we all know, and very challenging one as well. So to accomplish these high standards in a very tough year is pretty remarkable. And it is my absolute pleasure to announce this year's winner, Infinite Bridge. Very exciting. Now, if it was live, we would all be clapping at this point, so I'm just gonna give them a little, yay, there you go. So let me tell you a little bit about the company. Infinite Bridge is an independent computer consulting firm, which has been around since 2002. It was previously known as Support of the Nerds. In the beginning, they were supporting a few small local businesses until the idea of making it official solidified. Since then, they've acquired every new client through word of mouth referral with little to no marketing, and that truly tells you how great they are. Now, they operate under two core principles: serve others and walk in the light. They make it their mission to develop strong relationships with their clients, and as a matter of fact, becoming a part of their clients. Now, if you ask the owner, Cliff Peterson, he jokes that he gets invited to so many holiday parties because his customers consider him and his team a part of their staff. This is not only great, but a true testament of how much value Infinite Bridge brings to the businesses and clients they serve. Now, they are very much involved in several community support efforts. They are a corporate sponsor of Stepping Stones Shelter and Mother Satan Academy. During this pandemic, they purchased new systems for donation to families in need. And they also often take decent systems that were accessed by their customers and rebuild them so they can donate them to families that truly need them. Now, we heard Marilyn say earlier that the Chamber packed up their offices and headed home in March. And guess who made that possible? The Infinite Bridge team. They were responsible for getting the Chamber up and running remotely in just a day. And I'm just gonna give them another round of applause. So Infinite Bridge has been a Gaithersburg-Germantown Chamber member for 2 years. And in those 2 years, they have supported and continue to support the Chamber and the local community in so many ways. And now I'm gonna ask, is the owner of Infinite Bridge, Cliff Peterson, out there?
Hi, AJ, I am here.
There he is. Well, Cliff, it is with absolute pleasure that I present to you the Small Business of the Year Award. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Pass it through.
There you go.
Thank you, AJ, very, very much, and it's good seeing you again. I don't have much time, but so I kind of had to plan out what I was going to say. So first, of course, I want to say thank you. This actually means a lot to me. Marilyn, I'm going to start getting a little weepy too. But what I really want to say is thank you to Marilyn and Laura and Chelsea for all you do. I mean, it's just so evident. Infinite Bridge wouldn't be where it was at without you guys and your involvement and what you do for the small businesses in this county. I wish I could change this so that it said Small Businesses of the Year and had everybody's name on it, because this year, all of you, really had to persevere and struggle and push through. And so I'm kind of unofficially changing this to all of you. I'm sharing it with you all. And I'll just leave you with one little nugget of wisdom, and it's good for this year. And that is that trials produce endurance, endurance produces character, and character produces hope. Don't lose hope, and let's all persevere together. Thank you again very much.
Thank you, Cliff. That was really lovely. Thank you. And I also want to thank you for what you did for us. When we all had to go remote, I just didn't know what to do. I called Cliff. He came into my office, and literally within 24 hours, we were all safely at home. So thank you again for that. And thank you, AJ and M&T, for your support of this award. It's been great, a great partnership with M&T Bank. Thank you. So the Young Professional of the Year, we support professional development of the next generation of leaders by providing opportunities for skill building, information sharing, networking, and growth of young professionals in our chamber. Our Young Professionals group is stellar. And if you have young professionals in your organization, please make sure that they're aware of the Young Professional group. The group, it's a great way for professional development. I'd like to recognize past winners of the year. Tonight with us, 2013, is Brittany Hilton. Brittany was one of the founders of the Young Professionals group, and she was such a rock star that she actually became chair of the board a few years later. So thank you, Brittany. And then also Brett Friedman and David McCormick Goodhart, who is now the incoming chair-elect. So clearly being on the Young Professionals group is a great fast track to leadership. So thank you. I'd like to introduce Laura Volofsky of Adventist Healthcare. They're the sponsor of the 8th Annual Young Professional of the Year Award. And Laura, earlier we were talking about how there's so many events. Laura was one of the people today who had to go from Rockville's event to our event, and we're so glad you're here. So Laura, I'll let you take it away. Assuming Laura's here and not on mute.
Hi, Marilyn. I think I'm stepping in for Laura. Unfortunately, she wasn't able to make it. I'm not Laura Volofsky. Those of you who know Laura will not be surprised that she was in very high demand and so was regretfully unable to make it as she was double booked this evening. I'm Andrew Nicholas. I'm Deputy General Counsel at Adventist Healthcare, and I'm honored to present the Young Professional of the Year Award. The Young Professional of the Year Award recognizes and celebrates the accomplishments of a highly motivated emerging leader of the Chamber's Young Professionals group. It is my pleasure to announce this year's winner of the 8th Annual Young Professional of the Year Award, Eric Ashmont of Edward Jones. Eric is a resource to his friends and neighbors in the community. He's the one you can count on and always reach out to for help. He is a leader. Eric said leadership is all about emotional intelligence, engagement, and education. He believes the way people communicate is key to being able to deliver information in a way that resonates with them. That and being proactive is what sets him apart from his competition, allowing him the opportunity to truly get to know people and what's important to them. His greatest asset is being able to communicate a clear and compelling message in an effort to empower and educate his clients with relevant and timely information. By planning for the expected and preparing for the unexpected, he partners with and leads his clients through the emotions of investing so they can reach their goals. His goal is to ensure that meetings with him as their financial advisor are enjoyable and collaborative. He is committed to providing exceptional client service, professionalism, and reliability to those who choose to work with him. Eric's business is built on relationships and face-to-face interaction, or in recent times, face-to-camera. He made a concerted effort very early on in the pandemic to take advantage of our new virtual environment and be proactive in his outreach to fellow chamber members and folks in the community. Initially, he felt silly asking people to meet up for a virtual coffee, but now he can't imagine this past year without them. And most importantly, he is dedicated to the chamber, to the Gaithersburg-Germantown Chamber. Eric said his greatest achievement to date, becoming the 2020 YPG Trivia Night champion. Eric frequently engages with emerging leaders and actively attends the Young Professional Group and chamber events. Is Eric Ashmont of Edward Jones in the crowd?
I am. Thank you, Andrew.
You're welcome. It's with great pleasure I present to you the 2020 Young Professional of the Year Award. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Andrew. I appreciate it. And 60 seconds on the clock, Marilyn. So as many of you know, before Edward Jones, I had a successful 14-year career in broadcasting as a radio personality. And as a professional goofball, my job was to be entertaining and always try and find the funny. So when I was told I'd have a chance to speak tonight, I immediately went to, well, how can I make this funny? Thankfully, though, my wife reminded me that I'm no longer in radio. I've matured, and since the award is for Young Professional of the Year, I should probably act accordingly. So I decided to sound intelligent and do some research instead. So professional can be defined as a person qualified in a profession as a main paid occupation. And young can be defined as being in the early stage of life, youthful, or immature. So as recipient of the 8th annual Youthful Person Qualified in Immaturity Award, kidding, I just want to thank you guys for the award. I want to thank my wife for her love and support, helped me realize my full young professional potential. Thank you to my friends and family. And most importantly, thank you to Marilyn and Laura and Chelsea, my fellow GGCC members, and especially the YPG members. Thank you all so much. This award really is an honor. And now back to Marilyn.
Thank you. And I was going to say, and he's funny, but he is funny and a goofball. So congratulations, Eric, and thank you for all you do with the Chamber and for what you do in the community. And I also wanted to thank Andrew. I saw Laura earlier in the crowd, so I thought she was here. My apologies. Andrew Nicholas is with Adventist Health, and he was a member of our board for a period. So very nice to see you, Andrew, and thank you for being here tonight. So I want to talk a little bit about the scholarship. Another twist for the evening is that typically we have our GGCC scholars with us. We don't have them with us here tonight. The Chamber is proud of our relationship with Montgomery College and our scholarship program. Our local economy relies on an educated workforce. We know that the best way we can support the talent pipeline is to support our students. This year, we've given $13,545 to 10 GGCC scholars. Our endowment continues to grow and now stands at over $120,000. We want to congratulate the 10 recipients this year, and we're in the process of creating a separate video production to highlight their successes. It's one thing to invite them and their parents to come and have a dinner in a ballroom, quite different to have them show up on a Zoom call. So we're going to try to do something special for our scholars this year. I'd like to ask Jim Muir of Hughes Network Systems to say a few words. Jim has chaired this effort for as long as I can remember, and I can't think of a greater champion for our scholars. Jim?
Thanks, Marilyn. I think I qualify for the Old Timers Club. So, I think we're all grateful for Montgomery College. I see Margaret's here and Martha is here, and I just can't say enough good things about what they're doing up in Germantown, Tacoma Park, and in Rockville. They are providing a necessary education for many of our students, and you've met many of those, and I miss seeing those students and interacting with them at the night of the gala. So, and I really appreciate, I just want to say thank you to all the individuals. Maybe you've contributed to the scholarship in the past, maybe you haven't, but I know John Compton is here, Rusty, I see he is here, Theron and Waddell. All those individuals have contributed in the past, and I'm very grateful for that. Also grateful for Hughes Network Systems, who's been a major contributor to the scholarship over the years. And once again, they've agreed to contribute $6,500 this year for the scholarship. And so, again, thanks to everybody. Again, congratulations to all the recipients, and look forward to next year and hopefully being in person and meeting with all the students and their parents. Thank you.
Thank you, Jim. Thank you, Jim. We will be sending a separate link to our attendees this evening if you're interested in contributing to the scholarship fund in the future. As I said, we have a great relationship, and we The great thing about our endowment is that we will forever have a GGCC scholarship with Montgomery College. And so you can be part of that too. So we'll send you a link. So in another twist for the evening, our board induction is going to be part of our formal program. Typically we have our board induction happens at the Gala. To save you from a long list of the board members, we typically do it right before, during the cocktail hour. But tonight we just didn't want to pass the opportunity by to recognize our board. I'd like to present our board of directors for 2021. The board is responsible for safeguarding the health and welfare of the Gaithersburg-Germantown Chamber of Commerce. As a member organization, we're so lucky to have such a great leadership team. New to our board this year is Cindy Sabana from Silver Diner Rio. Welcome, Cindy. And welcome back, John Zupnik from the Universities of Shady Grove. We also thought that it was not a time to have a massive change of board members. So we have a lot of returning board members and we appreciate their contribution and coming back to the board. I also want to personally welcome our 2021 officers. Heather Madison from the Peterson Group is the Vice Chair of Events. Our programming has changed so much this year, and thank you, Heather, for your leadership. Brett Rao from Aerotech, he's the Vice Chair of the Young Professionals Group. AJ Nwaga, who we've met earlier this evening from M&T, is the Vice Chair of Membership. Thank you, AJ, for stepping into this role. It's such a crucial time. Henry Bernstein from Shear Partners is the Vice Chair of Economic Development and Legislative Affairs. Thank you for continuing to make our chamber one of the most relevant business organizations in the county. Adam Cox is our treasurer, and it's been a crazy year to be a treasurer. Thank you for your service, and thank you for not running away kicking and screaming. We had a lot of very important decisions to make this year, and Adam was very generous with his talent and expertise. So thank you. I would like to now ask Colette Relaford to conduct the formal installation of our incoming chair. Colette is the past chair of the chamber. She's also was once the vice chair of the events committee and of the membership committee. She is now a chair emeritus on the chamber board, another major rock star in the Gaithersburg-Germantown Chamber of Commerce. Colette, take it away.
Thank you, Marilyn. And because I'm me and I like to go a little bit off script, I just had to take a moment and thank you for all you've done for the chamber. You thanked your staff, but on behalf of our entire chamber, I just wanted to take a moment and thank you for all that you've done at the helm of our chamber. We wouldn't be here if it wasn't for your leadership. So thank you. See, it was good. I can behave. First, I want to recognize the outgoing board chair, Bruce Cantor. Bruce is a great friend of mine and a true leader. It's been a crazy year to lead a business organization, but you did it well, Bruce. You did it very well. Your expertise, your experience, your commitment to still attend events, ribbon cuttings, and everything has ensured that this organization continued and thrived and is on solid ground, and it will continue to be a strong voice in the community for years to come. So I thank you for that dedication. I'm pretty sure it wasn't the year you expected, but I hope you enjoyed it still. Your continued guidance in the next year will always be appreciated and invaluable, I am sure. I also want to recognize David McCormick Goodhart, also another personal friend of mine, as the incoming chair-elect. It's been great to see you take on so many leadership roles in the chamber and take on this role as well. As the outgoing vice chair of membership, you've done a great job. And again, a very challenging time. And you still helped us to attract and retain good members, even through a pandemic. So who would have thought we'd be getting new members during this? You have been recognized for your commitment to the chamber, your vision, your leadership, your attitude. So I congratulate you on the appointment as the chair-elect, and I know you will make a great chair in 2022. Bruce and David, as we like to say, you guys both represent the past and the future of this great chamber. And with that, I thank you for your service. And last, but certainly not least, I am super, super honored to recognize my dear, dear friend, Anita Anderson. You have been elected to the highest office of leadership within the Gaithersburg-Germantown Chamber of Commerce. Woo! This honor is in recognition of your abilities, quality, and character that distinguish you, as well as your commitment to this organization and the community. In other words, your general awesomeness. You will serve as the presiding officer of the chamber to support the chamber's mission, which is to serve, represent, and be the leading advocate for the interest of our members in ways that enhance the business environment, quality of life, and well-being of our unique communities. So no pressure. Please raise your right hand, Anita, and repeat after me. I, Anita Anderson, do hereby solemnly promise.
I, Anita Anderson, do hereby solemnly promise.
That to the best of my abilities.
That to the best of my abilities.
I will faithfully execute.
I will faithfully execute.
The policies and responsibilities vested in me.
The policies and responsibilities vested in me.
As the chair of the Gaithersburg-Germantown Chamber of Commerce.
As the chair of the Gaithersburg-Germantown Chamber of Commerce.
Congratulations, Anita, and to the entire board. Woo!
Thank you.
I now turn the program back over to you, Marilyn.
Okay, thanks. It is weird to not have the crowd go wild with applause, but thank you, Anita. I would like to now introduce Bruce Canner. Bruce, as Colette said, Bruce is our outgoing chair of the chamber. This is his last official duty as chair. He's done an excellent job leading the organization, and I want to personally thank him for his leadership. It's been a very difficult time for business owners, and not only did Bruce continue to run his own business, he was a great support to me in helping me run the chamber. So thank you, Bruce. You always answered my calls. You also always answered my texts, and I'm very grateful that you were at the helm. So thank you. Bruce, I am going to turn it over to you.
Okay, thank you very much, Marilyn. Each year, we have one surprise for you. The outgoing chair presents the You Make a Difference Award to one GGC board member who, as the title says, made a difference. In fact, it probably is, in a normal year, the only surprise at the gala. This year's winner makes a difference at most board meetings with his or her fresh take, their insight, common sense, professional experience, and their sharing attitude. This person goes further than many. In fact, 2020 was this person's first year on the board. This person has also taken a part of the GGCC under his or her wing. Tonight's winner has taken our SOHO group, small office, home office group, and made sure we have a guest speaker with something of value to share. Some of our recent speakers included talks on small business taxes, insurance, human resources, marketing, and even whole body fitness. And this person, he or she, acts as the MC, keeping the meetings on pace and, very importantly, concluded on time. Other months, he or she leads our attendees in round-robin discussions on topics that are of interest to each other as small business owners. Help me thank and congratulate the 2020 You Make a Difference Award winner, Brian Beamer. Please join us on Zoom. Brian?
Oh my God, I'm here, but oh my God. Wow, I'm speechless. I am, okay, I'm cool, I'm good. humbled and speechless and honored. It is fun. I love working with all of the business owners. I love bringing in speakers that are going to bring energy, that are going to bring information that's going to help other businesses grow, because that's what the chamber is about, is helping other businesses grow. We cannot work together unless we work together to help other businesses grow. So I am humbled, surprised, and deeply honored. And I think that wow, you just took the energy out of me. Thank you. I'm humbled.
Thank you, Brian. You and I, by the way, this is your award, and you and I will make arrangements offline to have me socially distanced deliver that to you.
Thank you. Wow.
Okay. Congratulations
Thank you, guys.
again.
Thank you, everyone.
My friends who are former board chairs, many of them on this call, all told me that the chair year goes very, very fast. So what I did, because I'm a smarty, is I wrote my end of the term speech last year, the day after I was sworn in. Why don't we see what it says, what I wrote last year? Here we are back at the Gaithersburg Doubletree by Hilton to celebrate what has been a great year of morning coffees, public service awards, lunches, evening events, and even a wine tasting. We've had educational opportunities and, of course, our renowned ribbon cuttings to help welcome new businesses. Wait, we did all that. Well, except for the part about being at the hotel again and me writing my speech the day after last year's gala, the rest still happened. Really, it did. What pandemic? Remember how cool we thought we were on March 6th at the new member orientation when we were all bumping elbows instead of shaking hands? We thought that would be all. Literally, from the moment the closures and precautions started coming in on Thursday, March 12th, when on just a few hours' notice, we moved an in-person board meeting to our first of many Zoom and conference calls at the GGCC, it was business as usual as it could be. The GGCC has been there for our members and the community throughout. We held several calls to keep everyone informed about the constantly changing resources to help our struggling businesses, from the PPP and the EIDL loan to the county and state programs. We were the go-to source for our businesses. In fact, at perhaps no time in our 71-year history has it been our business more than to be there for your business. Coffee, anyone? It was bring your own for most of the year, but nonetheless, the GGCC provided the networking venues and you attended. The annual public safety breakfast was virtual and did not have breakfast, but that did not diminish the event or the contributions of our local first responders. Lunch, anyone? Lunch and Learns had a new captive WFH, work from home audience. And the more social late afternoon events, including the wine tasting, were still done, just virtually. Perhaps even some of you were involved in wine and drinks at other GGC events, but I'm not judging. Yes, 2020 did happen. Unless, of course, we all want to make believe it didn't. Cue the shower scene from Dallas with Patrick Duffy, or perhaps Suzanne Plachette and Bob Newhart waking up and realizing it was all a dream. If you don't know what I'm talking about, Google it. Yes, Mayor Judd, this was even the year of Hamilton on Disney+, but the GGCC was truly the Zoom where it happened. With that, it is my pleasure to introduce, for the first time as chair for 2021 of the Gaithersburg-Germantown Chamber of Commerce, Anita Anderson. Please help me in welcoming and congratulating her.
Thank you, Bruce. Thank you so much for your leadership during this crazy, crazy year. Your pragmatism and steady-handed style were exactly what we needed. You've left me with a big act to follow. And I think the biggest thing that I've learned from you is that I should write my year-end speech tomorrow.
You, Bruce.
Do you have the gavel?
I do.
Excellent. Well, congratulations, and thank you for a wonderful, wonderful year.
Thank you
You
very
may
much.
now hit the gavel on your year. Congratulations, Bruce. He leaves me some mighty big shoes to fill. So I wanted to tell you a little bit about my story with the Chamber. If you had told me 15 years ago that I would one day be the chair of the Gaithersburg-Germantown Chamber of Commerce, I would have asked you, what the heck is a Chamber of Commerce? At the time, I was sharing my love of dance by teaching ballet, happily working part-time, and disparaging what I called the real world, which is how I described the 9-to-5 daily grind. I didn't really follow politics, certainly not at the local level, and especially not how politics affects the business world and the ripple effects that flow through my very own community. So yes, I was one of those people. Then I moved into full-time work as a nonprofit administrator. I was originally attracted to the Chamber when I heard about their annual nonprofit fair. I immediately saw the value of the Chamber's many networking events as an opportunity to get the word out about the organization I was working for at the time. So the events were all I was interested in at first. And then the recession of 2008 hit. That's when I learned that local businesses are the heartbeat of our community, and that successful businesses of all kinds lead to thriving communities where we can live, work, and play. For those of us who live in the Up-County region, having successful businesses nearby means that we can work where we live with shorter commutes and a higher quality of life. Local businesses help generate the tax revenue that keep our society functioning. And local businesses are generous supporters of the causes that we're all passionate about, from the arts to after-school programs to safety net services. Local businesses are generous contributors of both human and financial resources. So during the recession, I learned firsthand that when our local businesses suffer, we all do. And that's when I really learned the value of the Gaithersburg-Germantown Chamber of Commerce. So I decided it was time for me to volunteer. I joined the events committee, and through the relationships that I built with my fellow committee members, I ended up finding trustworthy vendors, generous supporters, and people who eventually became board members for the same nonprofits that I'm involved in. And I also met people who are now my very good friends. Because of the countless ways that I've benefited from being involved in the Chamber of Commerce, I want to make sure that everyone gets as much value out of their membership as I do out of mine. So it's important that we continue developing our young professionals, that we continue working towards having our membership and our leadership represent our diverse region, and that we continue ensuring that businesses have access to the resources to get us through the COVID era and beyond. Together, we can ensure that our local businesses succeed for the sake of our whole community. And before I end, I'd like to take a moment to thank the staff of the Chamber, Marilyn, Laura, Chelsea, and Sandy, for their tireless efforts on our behalf. And I also thank all of you, especially my fellow board members, for sharing in my belief that the Gaithersburg-Germantown Chamber of Commerce is truly a valuable gem and that it supports all of us in so many important ways, even through tough times. Together, we will all succeed. And thank you very much. Okay. Now I ask that you turn on your video if it is not already on, and lift your glass as we say goodbye to 2020 and welcome 2021. I'm also taking a page out of Bruce's handbook and am quoting a show from the 70s. I'd like to paraphrase Colonel Potter from the old TV show MASH, where he says, let me lift our glasses, lift your glasses. Here's to the new year. May she be a darn sight better than the old one, and may we all be back to normal before she's over.
Oh, good.
Here. All right. Did everybody get a good one? Now back to our
Awesome.
MC.
That
Thank
was a
you.
great quote.
Thank you.
That was a great quote. And I do think that good riddance to 2020 is in order. So we've had a lot of really great leaders in the organization over the past 71 years. And I know that Anita Anderson will be among the very best leaders as she leads the chamber into our 72nd year. I always like to say that when we started, it was the Gaithersburg Businessman's Association. So it's nice to say we've come a long way, baby. So thank you to all of our members, all of our sponsors. We couldn't do it without you. Please continue to support your local businesses now more than ever. As we head into our second surge, please make sure that you're still getting takeout from our restaurants. If you're shopping small, please, there's ways to do it safely, and please make sure that you support our local businesses. And as I always say, the best way to get a referral is to give a referral. So when you shop, when you do business, please make sure you go to your local chamber members first. It's been quite a year. We still have a few more weeks left of it. It's about, my calendar typically winds down right about now, but I looked at my calendar for next week and it's just as crazy as it's ever been. So we'll make sure we keep you informed. We are hoping that there's going to be another care package from the federal government. As soon as that hits, you'll be the first to know, as we'll get that out to you. We should all be very proud of the work that we've done this year. It's been a difficult year for business. It's been a difficult year for families. It's just been a crazy year, and here we all are, and we've done it with grace and with humor and with dignity and humility. So I think that we all have a lot to be proud about. So thank you for coming. I wish you a very happy, healthy, prosperous 2021. We are going to keep the Zoom room open. If you want to hang out, catch up with friends, chat. If not, we certainly understand. And we will definitely see you in 2021. We don't know when, but we will see you in 2021. So good night, everyone. And for those of you who want to stay, please stay, and we'll chat some more. So goodbye, everyone. Thanks for coming.
Bye, everybody. Thank
Good job. Good job.
Thank you. Well, I'm finally having a drink now that my speech is over.
I know.
I was drinking water the whole time.
I know. I don't drink during.
I was good, Anita. Remember I said I'm going to go slow.